shows every Sunday.
Random Ramblings with Rob.
Here we go.
What up, everybody? This your boy B Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you so much for giving my show a try. And if anybody recommended you to me, I'd like for you to give that person a crisp high five. But if you want to be socially cautious and not slap hands with anybody that recommended you to me, pick up your favorite social media app of choice and send them a well-crafted DM telling them thank you for recommending you to me. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Ramblings with Rob on various social media platforms to include Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at The 3R Show. You can see video interviews that I have done on YouTube, searching for 3R Show. And for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to randomrob.com. Randomrob.com, to where you can find many different ways to help support the show, to include our sponsor, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Go to hooksrub.com and you can get 15% off your order if you use promo code RANDOM. So, I've been busy. Time keeps on slipping into the future. And as of Friday, the 13th of January, 2023, it will be 7 years since the very start of this podcast. And it got away from me because every year on the 13th of January, the anniversary of the birth of this show, I would, just do a recording or everything. There's been a couple of earlier years, like the first, the second, the third, maybe, where I did like a special, had voicemails and hung out with people and stuff. And just the later years, not so much of nothing, just regular humdrum episodes, just like you're getting right now, because I am hella busy in life with my day job, extracurriculars, RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, and all those other things. But have no fret, have no fear. The Random Ramblings with Rob isn't going anywhere. That was a slight rhyme. I got some guests lined up here in the next few weeks. I'm going to have some returning people just stopping in here so we can chat, more so we can catch up, because it's been a good hot minute since I've checked in with some people. So I'm going to have some returning guests coming here just to get a status check on what they got going on, what they're doing and whatnot. So that's something that's coming. So you'll be able to hear other voices besides my own. And yeah, that's about it. But 7 years in, still enjoying it. And it's because of this podcast I was able to do so many things and meet so many people that afforded me the opportunities to do some of the things that I'm doing right now. Some of the things that I thoroughly enjoy. Two of which is one, talking about professional wrestling, which I now co-host with the fellas over on RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. And that would have not had happened had I not listened to podcasts and decided to start my own podcast. Two is I get to commentate professional wrestling shows. And that's all through podcasting, because I had a professional wrestler on my podcast. I've kept tabs on him throughout his career from the time that I've met him. And he is making his own way in the lanes of professional wrestling, starting his own promotion and doing things like that. So now I have an in in some professional wrestling, and I was able to commentate a whole bunch of shows for New Texas Pro and everything. So I'm getting to do all kinds of good things and cool things through the grace of podcasting, the Random Ramblings with Rob. Although I don't know. I don't know what my thought process is right now. I got a lot of other things on my mind. It's been crazy that it's been 7 years. Coming up this year as well is going to be my 15-year anniversary to my wife. So, man, time is really going fast, and it'll be 2028 before you know it. The significance of 2028? Well, if Roman Reigns is still champion, he will be Bruno Sammartino's record for longest title reign. But aside from that, my youngest child will graduate from high school and get the fuck out of my house. Not right away, but, one step closer, right? And we will be child free. Whatever child leaves this house last or first or whatever the case may be, because my son is back here. We helping him out for a little bit. They're taking the dog with them. So it'll just be me and Mrs. B. Rob in the house. That's it. Nothing else. Don't want no more extra shits and everything. But even though January 13th is the official anniversary of the Random Rounds with Rob, I think the real party is coming up. The real marker of another year of podcasting is March 29th. It'll be my 41st birthday, and it will be what annual will it be? Well, surprisingly enough, it'll be the 7th annual Ask Miss B Rob. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't have been the 7th. I thought I started that a year later than I started the podcast. But in any case, the 7th annual Ask Miss B Rob will be commencing this year, March 29th, 2023. It's where you, the listener, submit your questions, no matter how random or ridiculous they may be, to my wife, Mrs. B Rob, and she will answer them. So we've had all kinds of things. Nothing is off limits, and you can ask whatever the hell it is you want. You want to leave a voicemail, 304-825-5762. You can leave it for audio to be played on the podcast, and it's going to be a great time. I look forward to it every single year, and we get to do it again. Like I said, the true marker of the anniversary of the Random Rounds with Rob is Ask Miss B Rob, because it's my birthday, and Mrs. B Rob is here. We have a good old time answering all y'all silly ass questions. So send on the silly ass questions. Just a reminder, I do host a podcast outside of this called the RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. We go live every Wednesday on twitch.tv/RBR Wrestling. We also have extra content on Patreon at patreon.com/RBR Wrestling. So I would appreciate you to check it out for free. And then if you are so inclined to get more content from all of us, hit up the Patreon. I think the patronage has changed price wise or whatever, but you're getting buku loads of content. And as I record this today, we're going to be recording some more shows this evening. So hop on over to patreon.com/RBR Wrestling and listen to the show proper for free. RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. And that's all I really got. Happy anniversary to the Random Realms with Rob. 7 years strong and growing and going and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time.